Baseball is officially back. Opening day kicked off yesterday. Happy Easter to anybody out there that's watching this video. Let's get straight into it. So I saw pretty much all the televised games yesterday, mainly the ones that were available to the Midwest. I didn't see like the ESPN Plus or the extra ones. I saw Cubs and Rangers, Cardinals, Dodgers, Yankees, Astros, a little bit because it was getting kind of late, but I did see the Mariners and Red Sox. And then I got to see the hometown White Sox and Detroit. So we could start off with, I think, the best game, the nightcap, the Chicago Cubs and Texas Rangers. My first takeaways is, as Cubs fans, you are praying that is just a minor hamstring for Steele. You need Steele in your rotation. At first, you're thinking torn ACL or something crazy after that play that happened, if you guys see here. But I hope he's all right. He had a good outing, 4 to 5 innings. And this Cubs lineup, if you guys see right here, is sneaky stacked and deep. It just depends how the young guys, for example, like their first baseman, and how Nico Horner, if he can continue to get 40 stolen bases or maybe hit for more than 9 home runs, hit for like 15, that's super decent for a second baseman. Swans, like their middle infield, their defense is top notch. They were making like game-winning plays, and that's the reason they were in the game as well. That Cubs team, and then having Craig Counsell. The bullpen's still questionable, but that's why, and look, the hat I got on, I'm a Cardinals fan, but I have to keep it real. I think the Cubs are going to win that division. That is a very decent young Cubs team that's got a stacked lineup. As long as Steele's healthy, decent rotation, and the bullpen's the only question mark. The Rangers, and by the way, that was a foul ball. Helm stopped playing because if you look at the replay, it was definitely a foul ball. But the baseball gods finally spoke, and they're like, yeah, it was a foul ball. Umpire got it wrong. So we're going to give you the tying run, and then you're going to hit the walk-off. Went to extra innings. The Rangers won with the gold jerseys on because of the World Series. I believe that today they should get, dating this video, they should get their rings. But another team, Rangers, are going to compete for another World Series, another deep team, stacked lineup. They're going to get Max Scherzer later on. They're getting Jacob deGrom back later on. So they're just going to get 10 times better. But overall, they won in extra innings. And like I said, I was impressed by the Cubs more than the Rangers, of just the way they were in that game with their defense. And Morel Christian was like 2 for 3. Their fourth hitter, that's another dude to look out for. Like I said, watch out for the Cubs. Now let's go to my favorite team, the hat I'm representing, the Cardinals and Dodgers. We keep it sweet and simple. Dodgers are the juggernaut, World Series favorites. I don't get why some people are not picking them to make the World Series. I don't see why would you not. Freeman, Shohei, Mookie Betts, their batting average, the start to their season couldn't be any better for your top of the order. They're interchangeable for who can win MVP. To have Teoscar Hernandez in that lineup as well. Even Jason Hayward in the bottom, Chris Taylor, Kiki Hernandez, Gavin Lux. Like, come on, man. Like, that's cheating to the fullest. Glass now is going to compete for a Cy Young. The pitcher from Japan, Yamamoto, he still got question marks after that game against the Padres, but I still think he'll be all right. I don't think he's going to give 6 runs every time, but yeah, this Dodger team they're a beast, and they'll definitely be in the NL championship if they're healthy. And as long as Shohei don't get suspended from the sports betting or anything like that, I think they'll be fine. As for my Cardinals, man, when you have Mike being your starting pitcher day one, that's not good. I like him. He's a horse. He's healthy, but that should just tell you about their rotation right there. I don't understand unless he got hurt why Sonny Gray wasn't the opening day pitcher, but that starting rotation for the Cardinals is a big question mark, and I can even go and say that their lineup is a big question mark. Even that you got Paul Goldsmith that was pretty much the only offense with the home run and the only hits, if I'm not mistaken. Nolan Arnold didn't do nothing. Nolan Gorman didn't do nothing. Although they are going to have okay seasons, both of them are going to hit in the 250s, 270s with 20 plus home runs. But after that, like, who am I scared of? Donovan in that lineup. Carlson, I'm not scared of him. Walker's okay, but I'm not scared of him. This is not I hate to say I love my Cardinals. That's why I got the Cubs winning this division, but I don't even like the manager. They had one of the worst years. 15 years consecutive winning record broke last year. And he's once again making bonehead calls. This lineup he puts up is questionable. But like I said, he doesn't have the players anyway. Their shortstop win is questionable with hitting, but I know he's got a like one of the best shortstop arms. But we'll see. Like, granted, they played the Dodgers, and they are the Dodgers, but if you want to be a playoff team or a competitive team, you got to compete with the bigs, just like how the Cubs did with the Rangers. And it's not looking too good. But we'll see. We'll see today. But I'm expecting a subpar season probably from my Cardinals again, but who knows. Then we got the other game, which was the Astros and the Yankees. Good game. They were up 3-0. I believe Houston. The Yankees come back, and then Juan Solo, he gets that clutch to throw out the lead runner to tie the game. These are two teams that are going to be competing for playoff spots in their division because their divisions are both stacked. You got the AL East for the Yankees, and you know who's in there. The Baltimore, except even Tampa, and I got Tampa being low. Astros, same thing. You got the Rangers. So they're going to be, their divisions are going to be tight, and there are a lot of games are going to be tight. But the Yankees look good. Garrett Cole's, I believe, on the 60-day list, so he's going to be out for a while. But Nestor looked cool. He had that one nice play when he slid to first. I like that lineup, having Rizzo, Juan Soto, Alex at left field. Judge at center. Judge is decent defensively wise, but to have a player who's injury prone and gets hurt quite a good amount, but is one of the best players in baseball, to have him play center field, I don't know about that, but he could do it. I'm not saying he can't, but that's just something to think about later on in the season. You don't want him to get like hamstring injuries or anything dramatic because the Yankees need Aaron Judge. But that's a good lineup. I like that Yankee lineup. The Astros, as long as you have that core together, you're going to be super, super good, and you're going to be competing. But that's another good game. And then we got the Seattle and Boston. Like, I'm not going to lie, I didn't see too much of it, but I did see when it was 3-0, and then Boston comes back, to win the game. All I'm going to say is Seattle's another team to look out for. Luis Castellanos didn't have a good opening day start, but like I said, that's another pitcher who's going to get it together, and he's going to be all right. But Seattle's going to be another team to be reckoned with. Their lineup is deep. Julio Rodriguez is a stud. And I can't wait to see Boston. To me, is probably going to be mid again, but I definitely cannot wait to see how Seattle later on is going to do, because some people got them as a sleeper World Series pick. I don't know if I'm there yet. I'll probably pick like the Twins before I pick them, but I could see them making the playoffs and definitely upsetting somebody. But yeah, like that's a good game that I caught. And then let me see if I caught any more. I think those are the only ones I call. Oh, of course, the White Sox and Detroit. Crochet looks like a good starter, Garrett Crochet. Remember when he used to start being in the bullpen, or they try to flirt with him as a closer? But those 5 innings he pitched, he was super solid, and throwing 99 fastballs with a super crazy breaking slider. I think he's gonna be super good as a starter. Gives me almost Chris Sale vibes in a way, but not as much. But I could see it. As far as the lineup, you would really think that lineup is not that bad. As I'll post that here, having a Yohan Moncada in that lineup, a Luis Robert in that lineup. I don't know if Eloy in that lineup eventually, a Benintendi, and Avon. That's not a really horrible. And I mean, if you want to call Paul DeJong, but coming from the Cardinals, he had that one good year, and ever since he hasn't really been hitting good. But he does have a little pop for a shortstop, and he is a decent shortstop for defense. But that's not has a super, it wouldn't be a worse team lineup, in my opinion, if you really go down that list. But they are going to be one of the worst teams in the AL Central. I don't think that pitching staff is good. Besides, like I said, I was shocked seeing Crochet do that good, and I think he is going to be good. Kopech looks super questionable. He did get out the jam, but to have the bases loaded in that 8th inning, you could see he had problems with control. Is he going to be the closer? Is he going to work his way back to the starter? We don't know. The manager doesn't know. So as far as Detroit, though, I like how the Detroit Tigers are looking. I've always been a fan of A.J. Hinch. I think that's a dude, besides the cheating scandal and all that, who knows how to manage a MLB club, who knows how to call up the right players and stuff. I can't wait to see Max Clark eventually on Detroit. Their lineup is also decent. One most important piece to them, believe it or not, is Javier Baez. If Javier Baez can be a subpar second baseman, shortstop, whatever position you put him at, and he can get you at least 20 home runs, bat 225, 230 at least, and get you 80 RBIs, that would help the Detroit Tigers a lot. Reason why I'm saying that, because he did get the only run, the only stolen base. He was the one run to score, but that shows you, hey, if this guy's on his P's and Q's, he's a game-changing player. But I like the Detroit, what they're doing and the direction they're going. White Sox, up in the air. I think they're trending down, and I think during the season there's going to be some trades. Just like the Cardinals, I also think their manager's questionable. But pretty much those all. I think the only game I wasn't able to catch because on ESPN Plus was Philly. But yeah, man. Opening days overall, those games were good. I believe most of those games lasted 2 hours and 30 minutes, at most 3 hours, because of the extra innings for the Cubs and Cubs and Rangers game. Excuse me. But I like that this pitch clock. Players can't call infinite timeouts. Pitching change, to have the baseball game be 2 hours and 30 minutes, I think is a plus. It's an achievement that MLB should be proud of, and more people will be watching it. Last thing I do want to throw to is, I didn't see the game, but I'm just gonna throw this for a little nugget. Is the Oakland A's? I believe the fans were tailgating and did not want to come into the stadium because they're protesting their move to Las Vegas, which I think is inevitable anyway. But that's just a little sidebar, that you had most of the opening day athletic fans outside the stadium than inside the stadium, and I wonder where that's going to take it. But let me know what you guys think about opening day. I thought it was a fantastic opening day. Lots of good baseball. I know it's 162 games. We can't catch them all, but you could catch opening day. There's a lot of games today. I'm glad baseball's back. I'm going to keep up with it as best as I can. But please check out all my videos. Thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.